Hello Tennos, this is Zelp, and today we are going to look at some questions you guys asked me, starting with, hey Zelp, was wondering whether energy conversion works like Blood Rush and adds 50% of your modded power strength, or does it just add 50%? What a great question. This is not clearly stated in Wiki, especially the main page of energy conversion, but it does kind of indirectly tell you which it is with the power maximization calculations that they have. But since you asked, let's just assume that there is no wiki. So let's find a way to check what it does. So the idea is simple. We are going to use the max third skill, which is this one. And we're going to record the damage done on a level 50 corrupted heavy gunner. The first damage, I will mod my power strength up to 160%. So as you can see, I have a transcend fortitude and one intensify, giving me power strength of 160. Okay, so let's just see what is the damage. Corrupted heavy gunner, one over here. It's gonna be level 50. And here we go. Get some mana. I'm still calling it mana. Okay, here it comes. Boom! There you go. 643 damage. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to remove this one. I'm going to put in a unranked Transcend Fortitude. Where is it? Okay, there you go. Okay, this will give me 110. Now if I were to put energy conversion, okay, and if taking an orb means getting 50% out of 110, that will give me 165%, okay, which is more than just now, so you should see a higher value of damage. But if taking an orbs only gives you an added 50%, that will bring it to 160%, and you're gonna see the same exact damage. Okay, so that is the idea of testing it. So let's see what happens. So again, take a hop. Ooh, yeah, I like that sound. Okay, and let's see what happens. He's coming, and boom, 643. So it adds in. It does not work like Blood Rush. If it does and it reached up to 165% instead, you're gonna see a value of 663. If it increased based on the added power strength, that's gonna give you like 100 and I don't know 15%. So you're gonna see a really low value. So this kind of tells you that it just adds in. So I hope I answer your question. Acrylic ASP99. So no, energy conversion does not work like Blood Rush. Next question. Hey there. Great video, thank you. I've got an interesting thing for you to check. When you have some time, Ash's Fatal Teleport Augment with Covert Lethality Dagger can one-shot some bosses, Juggernaut, Zanuka, Cyaneous, Ambulance, etc. But sometimes it doesn't one-shot them. It just do high damage. It happened to me on same bosses, but in sorties. It's just inconsistent, or it's a glitch. Well, unfortunately, I cannot seem to do finishers on the Juggernaut. So let me know if you could still do it, because it might be some kind of patch or something that I'm not aware of. And if you could do it, let me know how. But as for the Zanuka, the Hyenas, and the Ambulance,
long-range attacks are advisable.
yes, I could use Fatal Teleport on them, but the reason why you can't one-shot them sometimes is not because of a glitch, but it is because you're doing finisher attack without the lethal damage from Covert Lethality. Okay, so the reason is just that some bosses is vulnerable to finishers. That's why you could do the fatal teleport. But they are immune to lethal attacks. Okay, so if you want to do more damage on bosses, you can actually use a hammer instead of using a dagger for the Covert Lethality, since the lethal attack doesn't work. Simply because a hammer usually has high base damage, and it has the highest finisher multiplier among all other weapons.
Products research. Stay the course.
So yeah, so basically I hope I've answered your question, Canterbury. The reason why you could one-shot sometimes on bosses can be due to because the boss is at a low level, or you happen to do a critical on that finisher, so it kind of stacks a bit. It kind of stacks by adding, it doesn't multiply. Or you just simply have a really strong knife with you, and it could pretty much one-shot most bosses of all planets except for Swordies. Okay, next question. Oh, this is more like a suggestion, it seems. So an idea is to explain Inaro's passive and how it can revive him by killing enemies around him instead of needing to risk your life reviving him. Okay, so I guess this one is for those that haven't got your Inaros and you're not sure how it works. So when you see people playing Inaros, and then when they start bleeding out, maybe you panic, you go over and you try to resurrect him. So by right, you don't really have to resurrect him. If there is enemies around him, you could actually resurrect him by killing the enemies around him. So let me explain a little bit further. When Inaros gets a lethal hit, he enters the Undying state, he can start to drain life force from enemies. For every 1% of health he drains from his enemies, he will gain a 0.5% recovery. Okay, and this means that he needs to fully drain 2 enemies to revive himself. But if you happen to kill the enemy that he is draining, the damage you do is also considered as the drain damage percentage. So helping Inaros kill 2 enemies he is draining can instantly revive him. I think we can take one more question. Okay, so that is all for this video. Keep the questions coming. If you learned something from this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you beautiful Tennos again. Bye bye. Oh yeah, I won't be streaming today because I had something on, but I will stream after work tomorrow around the time of the Swordie reset. So see you guys there.